YouTube comments from a video titled, What to Grow in Your Garden So You Can Eat Year Round.
At Botanical Buzzard wrote,
I find greens are an absolute in the survival garden list. Many greens from the Orient grow well through the winter when nothing else will, and I have come to rely on them. I do not eat my greens from the summer garden in the wintertime. Greens are actually the only thing we can eat fresh all year long, even in zone 6 to 7.
At XFireflyXX wrote,
Corn and beans. You can grow them together if you don't have room. They can dry and be kept for a very long time. And together they make a complete protein. So fully a survival crop. Just take it from the Native Americans. They grew the Three Sisters crops for a long time. They would grow squash at the base of the corn plants, corn as a stalk, and then grow beans that would grow up the corn stalks as support. All three last a long time and through the winter. All three real survival foods.
At Gardener Pete 5232 wrote,
You may have this if not search in YouTube. These seeds still exist. 25 forgotten vegetables that grandparents grew to survive the Great Depression. Radishes that are the size of a pumpkin and has more protein than a steak. A cherry that's so sweet kids ate them as candy and can be used as a sugar substitute in the kitchen.
At Leslie Kendall 5668 wrote,
Last year I had missed a few zucchini that had gotten to the monster stage, and they stored almost all winter. Eventually turned orange, but I gave them to the chickens after that because I'd never heard anyone talk about storing zucchini or that they were fine after turning orange. I presume they'd be okay, but didn't want to chance them.
Flash Legend 3781 wrote,
How much does an acre cost? Amount need to spend for raising the crop for things like seeds, labor, pesticides, etc. If any other maintenance things are there that also please, and how much we can make by selling the crop from that 1 acre. Just want to know how the financials work per acre.
At Judy Anderson 8782 wrote,
I don't think that I saw you had any Concord grapevines, jelly and grape juice. Also, if you have any problems with deer, plant daffodils around your apple trees. Also, may I suggest planting shrubs that will draw pollinators such as spirea, butterfly bushes and hydrangea. This will be good attractors for bees to make honey. You may be able to get a start of these from friends or neighbors if they know you're looking for them. Your family is going to have healthy meals this winter.
At Ice Cream Fever 123 wrote,
Soak your corn in a tub of water with the husk on. Then put it on the grill for about 15 to 20 minutes. The corn will steam and be so tender, and the husk and silks come off so easy. You can soak your corn anywhere from an hour to 4 or 5 hours. It will not hurt it to be in water for a long time.
At Carolina Sweetie Art Michelle wrote,
I just found your channel and have been binge watching for days. So much great information and lots of encouragement. One day, our family hopes to have our own little homestead.
At Culpepper C5X wrote,
About a survival food, try the Jerusalem artichoke. It has been one of the best foods to live on for years, and they are very healthy as stated. Jerusalem artichokes are rich in many vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, iron, and potassium. Boost gut health. They are also rich in an important fiber called inulin. Inulin is a prebiotic fiber that feeds your good gut bacteria and improves the balance of your gut microbiome.
Simplilicet wrote,
I love greens, and I don't have room for frozen ones. So I did an experiment. I steam blanched them and dehydrated them, piling the greens thickly on the trays. They dried fast, and I peeled them off the trays and put them in mason jars. Completely crispy fry. They read delicious and can be eaten as is or added to anything. They are rather like nori in appearance and texture. So healthy and delicious. Even my chihuahuas love them.
At Caramel Bronze 9946 wrote,
You guys are on to something. You make it look so easy and are so knowledgeable about farming. You take your time explaining the things that can go wrong. I know everything is delicious. Great job.
At Victor Renica Hill 9013 wrote,
Love what you do. I had a very bad bug year 3 summers ago, so what I did the next year was transplanted some of my strong smelling herbs within the rows of veggies, lots of spring onions, oregano, and even some garlic oil spray. Worked like a charm. They were so confused.
At Tamer Devane 6635 wrote,
I watch a lot of gardening shows. Even though I have been gardening for 60 years, I can still learn something. But do you know that you can grow greens all year round? I'm in Portugal now, but in England I grew a large variety of greens outside all winter.
At Dorcas Bockelman 2392 wrote,
Be careful eating sprouted potatoes. I have heard you can get really sick eating them. If anyone else knows anything about this, I would like to hear what you've heard.
At Sammy the Situation wrote,
Thank you for this general overview for a lot of us novices. The way you presented this content was so apt for millennial viewers. Your channel does that exceptionally well. Well done. Happy New Year to your lovely young family.
At Ceros 6192 wrote,
312 I slightly disagree here. Many greens are not only very winter hardy and can keep growing with a little cover all winter, but a lot of them also store well as frozen green spinach, kale, chard, beet tops, etc. Or in a zero electricity situation, you can dehydrate them and use them for soups, or even powder them for nutritious additive to many meals. Even better than standard garden greens, though, are excellent survival foods that require zero maintenance and are nutritional powerhouses, as well as being stealth crops like dandelions and hosters. I will say though, greens are low on calories. So in that sense, they aren't so good for survival gardens.
At Ted 2814 wrote,
My wife and I are just now considering planting veg garden above ground. We live in central East Florida. A freeze is really rare, and in August, September it can be very wet, not to mention if we get a tropical storm or hurricane. I have enjoyed listening to your gardening videos, and you are a great teacher. Our house is on a 1/2 acre plot, so we have some room to put to good use. I would like to grow potatoes, sweet corn, peppers, green onions, and radishes. We can't wait to get started. However, we live next to a nature preserve and wildland, so there is no shortage of raccoons, coyotes, opossum and varmints, and wild hogs. Thanks again, and I have learned so much and have subscribed to watch more. Ted and Sebastian, FL.
At Danes 82 wrote,
I think apples and walnuts are definitely also survival crops. Way less work than annuals, super nutritious, and apples store through the winter, while walnuts store pretty much forever. The reason why I'm picking them above other fruit trees is because they're the safest. Perhaps this is different in other areas, but where I live in Central Europe, the apple and walnut trees are full each fall. There's never an off year, the way there is with pretty much any other fruit tree. Also, while walnut grows slowly, the flip side of that coin is that a walnut tree lasts a lifetime.
At Linda Pancake wrote,
Great channel. I noticed when you were harvesting your potatoes, it looked like they were planted in leaf mulch. Is this your primary ground cover? And where do you get it?
At OzoneGat 581 wrote,
Love it all. Do you also have a site where to find recipes of the relish, jams, marmalade, and other stuff you make? So how to do that? My grandmother died and she could not tell me how to do that properly. Thanks a lot and much appreciated.
At Mitchell Jaggard 9657 wrote,
We live in the Texas Panhandle. Our summer temperatures are 3 digits all summer. We don't have a cellar or a basement. What can I do for storage for root vegetables and squash?
The TRU John wrote,
This has to be one of the best gardening channels I have seen. I really love how you guys interchange in the video, and each have a part that you present.
At Julie Leduc 631 wrote,
It's hard to hear with the dramatic music in the background. Just a bit of feedback. Also, I was wondering where you are located. What is your zone?
At the Shendare 64 wrote,
I totally agree with what you said even before you start to explain what we need to grow. Because why was the most important reason. I'm in Ohio also. Thanks for the video.
At Ingrid Cage 8982 wrote,
My dad made a large box we kept in the garage and stored carrots in clean sand over the winter if that helps. Potato bugs were hand-picked and dropped into a little jar of gasoline.
At Nadesica Rose wrote,
My family and friends grow zucchini, which we grate up to put in freezer bags before tossing it in the freezer. That supply usually lasts us the whole winter.
At 716 Influence wrote,
I unknowingly had a spaghetti squash roll back into a corner behind some bins in my very cool pantry in fall of 2020. Then in spring 2021, I was taking inventory and way in the back I find it. It was in perfect shape. So I said, and left it. It is summer 2023 now, and it is still in perfect shape. It has become my friend, so I'm leaving her until I find a speck of mold, mildew, or funny smells. Maybe I'll harvest her seeds and plant next. Okay, but it's fascinating.
As Soccerex wrote,
What about drying your greens and using a food processor or mortar and pestle, then saving the green powder in a jar? Use it all winter long.
At Farm Your Backyard 2023 wrote,
Have you shown the floor plan for your home yet? I'm a new widow, and I need to downsize my home. Yours looks exactly like what I want from the outside, and I'd love to see how you design the interior. Thanks.
At Northern Butterfly wrote,
Gardens will be ransacked. The worst will happen after the restrainer, the Holy Spirit, leaves at the rapture. This crisis has been created to bring on the NW0 with the Antichrist. Soon a loaf of bread will cost a day's wages. See Revelation 6. We are living in the END times. The 7-year tribulation with the world leader Antichrist is right around the corner. That's God's judgment upon all unbelievers. But there is hope. Get saved and be rapture ready. Accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior today. Please study biblical end times prophecy. Listen to Dr. Ron Rhodes on end times chronology. Blessings from ABPS, forage for kudzu and other edible plants.